Greetings, dear viewers. This is going to be a 2v2 Rocket League cast. It's actually Skidddog and NightlyShadow. For those of you who have been watching for a while, you know they are two members of the X crew. They were doing some 2v2s, and then after they were done, Skidd sent me this and said, hopefully he'll cast this. Please cast this. And Nightly's like, cast it. They're basically pterodactyls. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cast this. Let's see what happens. Actually, they weren't that enthusiastic. They're like, hey, maybe he'll cast it. That's basically as much enthusiasm as they expressed in that regard. Okay, so we have a kickoff here with their counterparts here, the blue team, pushing the ball toward their goal already. Nightly going out for some defense. I like how she does that jump and then she pops her car forward like that so that she pushes the ball forward with the top of her car. That's pretty cool. I've seen her do that quite a lot, but it's only until I saw it in this replay where I could really get a good look at it that I see what she does there with the very wide breadth of her car. It's pretty cool. Now we have, Nightly going in after Skidd centers the ball for her for a nice shot in the corner of the blue goal. I like the 2017 and the Worms World Party, or the Worms toppers that the blue team is using there. Blue team gets the ball away from their goal, or clear from the corner of their side of the map, and then the orange team here, the X crew, pushes the ball right back over. Skidd centers it, but Madrider here, or Madrider, blue team, pushes the ball clear of their goal very skillfully, coming from the wall right there, which was really cool. But the ball does remain on the blue team's half of the map, as Skidd and Nightly remain aggressive and don't have to worry too much about defense until now, in which case both of them are back midfield, and the blue team scores a high goal by popping the ball directly over the members of the X crew. Score is now 1-1. Next kickoff goes fairly clean for the blue team. Skidd driving up the wall to push the ball in a good direction. Blue team doesn't know how to counter that quite yet. A failed bicycle hit. Good try, though. Got to give that player credit for a bicycle hit right there. Would have been nice, considering the ball was clear of any other players at that point. And after that player, Madrider, decides to take the initiative and has full control of the ball for another goal toward the X crew. Toward the X crew's goal, the orange goal over there. So now it's 2-1 in favor of the blue team, who now pushes the ball back toward the X crew's goal here. And then another shot on the goal from BLP. And Nightly once again doing that very fancy jump and flip to use the top of her car to push the ball. She's gotten very good at that. Skidd rolling to the right to push the ball centered toward their goal, but the blue team's having none of that. They're not going to let the ball get centered quite that easily. Nightly is midfield waiting for the ball, does push it back. Very good team play there from Nightly. I liked seeing that, the way she fell back, knowing the ball wasn't in control. By being in mid position like that, she was in a position to take advantage of any kind of ball that Skidd would center, and she was of course in position to defend in case things didn't go quite right, which they didn't, and she was able to defend. The ball is now centered. Nightly going in for a shot, but BLP is there just a little bit sooner to clear the ball. Skidd, however, does take advantage of the fact that the ball bounces off the wall and presents another opportunity for a goal, and Skidd was ready for it. Another kickoff. Score is now 2-2. The clock is currently at 2:35. A nice clear shot toward the orange goal, but it does get cleared. Nightly attempting an aerial, jumping a little too late. The ball hits the corner there of the goal, bounces off. Skidd was ready to defend, but I'm not sure if he could have defended that one if it had gone just a little bit at more of an angle toward the goal. Overall, a pretty cool shot from the blue side, but I'm not sure that was intentional at all. Skidd destroying one of the members of the blue team now, and then taking control of the ball as a result, popping the ball over the remaining member of the blue team, and moving the ball centered toward the goal. Nightly just not in position to be able to capitalize on that. I can understand why. That was kind of a bit of confusing couple of seconds there in this game. Ball rolling now, free rolling toward the orange side of the map. And then there's a high pop. Anybody that can do an aerial at this point could definitely get a score there. BLP does move in close. Doesn't really get a long-range aerial, but moves in close and takes a very elegant shot. Very simple shot towards a very easily centered ball into the orange team's goal. So the X crew now sitting behind by 1 point. The score is 3-2 in favor of the blue team. NightlyShadow taking control of the ball, trying to push it toward the opposing goal. BLP decides to slow down and stop the ball with the back of his or her car. And then Nightly coming in from an angle and firing a corner shot using just the left tip of her car using just the left front fender of her car. Very good shot from about midfield from Nightly, tying up the score, 3-3. Blue team, BLP, sailing underneath the ball. Nightly now upside down, having to right her car before she can get moving again, get her tires back on the ground. Skidd driving right by the ball. Nightly's nearby, ready to clear it. And Skidd still... Oh, Skidd pulling another... Skidd's still in position to control the ball, and he pulls another wall drive to push it toward the blue team side. Blue team is playing a... actually, the blue team is a pretty good matchup for these two here. Oh, they almost scored in their own goal right there. Skidd centering the ball, and the blue team almost scoring for themselves, or scoring for the X-Crew. Wouldn't that have been silly? But it happens, especially at the skill level that we're playing at. It happens, and more frequently than you would think. Nightly again midfield, seizing control of the ball, but she has to contend with two members of the blue team. Skidd hanging back, prioritizing defense, which is what you should do in a lot of cases. It's a good play. It's a good move. Right there, he's able to clear the ball quickly. And Mad Rider, I'm not sure that's his name. It's Mad Rizzer or something like that? I don't know. Mad Rider not able to get in. Oh, maybe it's Mad Riser. What is it? Mad Ride SR, Mad Rizzer? Okay, whatever. Not able to capitalize because Skidd cleared the ball. And now we're going into overtime. 3-3. Kickoff. Blue team pushes the ball back toward the X-Crew. A high ball. Skidd with an aerial, flipping forward with his car to push the ball in an unfavorable position, centers it for Nightly, who moves in and almost is able to capitalize. But some really good defense there from the blue team. Keeps the ball midfield. Now, it's a little bit of a pop. Just kind of delaying where the ball is going to go. Putting a little bit of a stall on it. Everybody seemed to just watch the ball at that point. The ball is now free rolling. Skidd sweeps around long from the other side, from the other quadrant of the field, and pushes the ball diagonally across, back toward the blue side, complete opposite. An aerial shot attempt from Skidd flies just left of the goal. And Nightly moving in to again pop the ball up, do a bit of a stall, try and take control from the blue team, just kind of mix things up. Skidd with another wall drive to push the ball back midfield. Well, he tried to center the ball there, then the blue team pushes the ball back midfield. Nightly coming in with a long-range shot on the goal, but very, very just off. And then she follows up her own setup there for a finishing goal to win the match. Wow, fantastic stuff. That was really cool. And there it is, the camera centered right there on the game-winning player. Well, the game-winning goal-scoring player. Really, Skidd and Nightly both contributed to that victory. 3-4 here. That actually was a very good replay. I'm glad they sent me that. That was actually a lot of fun to watch. Hope you folks enjoyed this. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you folks next time.